What's up, gamers, and welcome back for more WotC-20. Today's matchup is Wigglytuff Do the Wave with Dark Crobat and Poliwrath Plunge Potpourri. So that was a mouthful, but so is Plunge Potpourri. Lots of different types in this deck to try to grief typing. Will be interesting to see if Tyrogue will play a role in knocking out some Jigglypuffs or Wigglytuffs. And it looks like turn 1 is in fact going to Plunge. If you're not familiar with Plunge, it is Expedition Poliwrath, so that is the main attacker in the deck for some energy movement and to try to utilize that Potpourri style weakness griefing on the opponent. Tricky to do in format with Vending Mime, and some cards that are very good like Rocket Zapdos just don't have a weakness, but that is okay. Sometimes it works out very well, so it's always interesting to see decks line up into it and how they manage to navigate a potential weakness. Turn 1 back over to Do the Wave here. Tons of DCE in hand. Who shuffled that? One Zubat in hand and a Fan Club down, grabbing a Cleffa and an Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is an interesting choice here, rather than a Jigglypuff. And a DCE onto Cleffa. A Strength Charm onto Wigglytuff? That's the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. And an Eek, coin flip is good on the baby rule. I guess that was just to thin the deck. And over onto Potpourri's side, Scyther is on the bench. Tyrogue could hit this Cleffa and put it into the bin. It looks like it will be a Focus Energy and a Water Attach for turn to Tyrogue. We're going to try to knock out Cleffa. It's a heads on the baby rule. And it's another heads. So the 1 out of 4 hits, it's the first prize of the match. I see that way too much. That is happening a ridiculous amount. Anyway, first prize of the match goes to Potpourri. Full hand off of the Eek now that that Cleffa's in the bin, and we're back to Puff side. You can see a nightly garbage run, which is seldom seen. Usually the supporter town volunteers from Aquapolis is seen in that slot. But I do think there's an argument to be made that nightly garbage run would be good in certain decks. Considering what to do here, I see 2 bat lines. Looks like it's going to be straight into an Elm. Doesn't love the hand, wants to get something fresh. Look out, this Wigglytuff might hit you. It has a Strength Charm on it. We'll see what Fresh 7 come off the top here, but you won't be able to play trainers for the rest of the turn thanks to Professor Elm. So good cycle card, but comes with a downside, kind of the first supporter, if you will, but it's not actually a supporter, so you can play a supporter before it. There's a Jigglypuff. Is that a Clefairy? And there's a Fan Club that can't be played. Okay, I see now. So putting Wigglytuff down with a Strength Charm does make sense because it can evolve into Jigglypuff and then benefit from that Strength Charm later. So I clearly have not seen it all. And it looks like that will be a pass the Clefairy there also to evolve Cleffas. So I really like the Strength Charm on the Wigglytuff. That's hilarious and practical. Water Attach for turn to Scyther, spreading it out. Scyther has Slash for 3 colorless, and Growlithe has an attack for 2 colorless, which is flip 2 coins, 20 each. There's a Wigglytuff. And a Fan Club, another Strength Charm in hand. We'll see where that goes. I guess Wigglytuff is in fact just a Jigglypuff if you squint hard enough. Maybe that protects it better from Tyrogue, because there's an additional coin flip to be had there. Alright, recycle energy to turn, for turn, to Cleffa. Wigglytuff free retreats out. Yeah, I guess you can always start attaching energy to Wigglytuff. It's a free retreater, drop Jigglypuff later. That's a great tech card. That's fun. Alright, looks like Eek was good, so turns pass back to Potpourri. Second attach to Scyther. Smash punching again. It's heads on the baby rule again, but it's a tails on the actual smash punch. Certainly that wasn't going to happen back to back. And now off the Eek, let's see here. Jigglypuff in hand. I'm sure that Igglybuff is going to get evolved soon. Would be better if there was energy. Or specifically DCE. There's a single grass energy. And that's a triple Dark Golbat! It goes through... Wow! That goes through the Focus Band. And the Baby Rule, of course, so that's a mid-turn prize. Drawing the perfect 3-card combo. We're all tied up at 5 prizes each. That's nuts. Okay, computer search for, I don't know, boost into Eek at this point wouldn't surprise me. Gust in hand. Although with no Poliwags in sight, no Poliwhirls, no Poliwraths, not a ton of pressure at the moment from Potpourri. Really considering. I think I just saw a Clefable in there. That makes sense for the one Clefairy. Really thinking hard. I'm curious what the decision here is. Looks like there's no Furret support line in this tough deck. DCE to Wigglytuff. There's the Jigglypuff evolving that Igglybuff, and an Eek throwing the Gust back in. Back to Potpourri, a Water off the top. There's a Poliwhirl in hands. There's also an Electabuzz in hands from Neo Genesis. It'll just be an attach for return to Scyther with a Focus Band. Looks like we're going to try to slash our way out of this one. Electabuzz clutched up in the hand, rolling. And it's a heads on the Cleffa, so recycle to hand. Another Cleffa in the bin. That's another prize for Potpourri. Finds the Poliwrath, still no Poliwag. Big grip here for Do the Wave. One basic away from having... Ooh, Rocket's Hideout, maybe. I was going to say they're a single bench away, a single basic away, or baby away from maxed damage Do the Wave of 60. Recycle for turn to that Wigglytuff, so Do the Wave could happen here. Doesn't look like there's any way to augment the damage this turn. I don't see plus powers. Oh, there is a... Is there a Strength Charm under there? Yeah, okay. Both Puff and Tuff both have a Strength Charm, so this will force a trigger on the Focus Band. If it saves the Scyther next turn, you could use Dark Crobat. No, that was only 60. Is there not a Strength Charm? Ah, okay, did not find the benched basic to get there. Ooh. That's okay though, it sets up a KO with the Dark Crobat next turn with Surprise Bite. When evolving Dark Golbat, dealing 20 to that Scyther will go through Focus Band for the second time we've seen this game. So whiffing on the damage there, not having to force the Focus Band roll is fine. Electabuzz comes down, joins the bench, gets the water attached for turn. Slash to 30 for Wigglytuff, it has 50 HP left, and there's the Crobat, another mid-turn prize. Now Electabuzz comes active, huge hand for Tuff. 4 prizes left for Plunge, not sure how many prizes are left for Tuff, it's 4 or 3. Looks like that was a pass by Potpourri. That's not what you want when Tuff is up and running. Recycle for turn to that Jigglypuff. No need to go fast here, doesn't even have to put down the stadium, can save it for fodder for discard later. Debating Gusting for a prize. Growlithe has 50 HP. And Do the Wave will take it. Okay, this Electabuzz has 70, so it makes sense that you'd want to try to find another Crobat, use the Gust now, get them down to a potential Donk. what do you do here if you're Potpourri? There is Shaman. That would be a big Shaman. Your opponent only has 1,000,000 cards. Attach return to the active with that water energy to Electabuzz and Shaman. Wigglytuff has 50 HP remaining. This Electabuzz can punch for 20. I don't believe there's damage augmentation in this Potpourri deck to get that up. Oh, and there's a Devo Spray drawn for Tuff. That could make math next turn very favorable against this Electabuzz. Computer Search, throwing away Poliwrath and Poliwrath. Probably gonna go and get an Oak if I had to guess. ER was a good find there, hitting the DCE. Tuff not guaranteed to attack next turn, especially with that hand. Although there is a boost. Could boost your way out of that one and into the Oak like we were talking about. Find some basics. Those are good finds. Scyther, another Cleffa. Is that our first Poliwag? Looks like Skyridge Poliwag has been found. Has a very similar attack to Growlithe. 2 colorless to flip 2 coins and deal 20 for each heads. Playing the weakness game there.
He just punches it. 5.
Alright, Tuff now at 50 damage. There's the Dark Golbat. And into a boost. That'll take a prize. But first, a Copycat. Always nice when you get Shamaned and then can Copycat your opponent's Oak.
Congratulations.
And there's the knockout with Do the Wave from that boost energy as we were talking about, set up by that Dark Crobat and off of the Copycat in response to Potpourri's Oak. The bench is now full for Do the Wave. So everyone's doing the wave. No energy on board for Potpourri. That's not good. And 2 Golbats still sitting around just waiting to surprise bite, set up easy KOs for Tuff. So if you're Potpourri here, I guess we want to go big with a Poliwrath, right? Poliwrath has 100 HP. It's not amazing, it's not 120, but it's better than your smaller hitters that try to go super effective. You could also try to find a Tyrogue with that Comp Search and take a Tuff out right now. Of course, Tyrogue is definitely going to get griefed by the bats, so it's good coverage for Tuff in that sense. We will see a Comp Search, throwing away a DCE. Valuable card. For certainly a more valuable card. Still see those Pokemon Centers in the deck during the peep here. Have yet to see a Pokemon Center play, on cam at least. Poliwag comes up, gets the DCE. I believe Wigglytuff is at 50 out of 80. Hard to read the die. Gonna go for double slap, hope for a big high rolling KO, and it is! Oh my gosh. 2 heads gives 40 damage on the output. I do think it needed both heads. One would not have cleared it. And just like that, Tuff has to find a way to find another Tuff. Plenty of recycle energy in hand, so powering back up shouldn't be too bad. I'd like to see, is there a... Looks like there's a Golbat in hand, not a Crobat, so... If there's a way to deal 30... See, I think here you could bring in Jigglypuff and then set up the KO for next turn if you can find a Zubat. Probably not likely though. Taking it slower, just taking it easy, gonna Eek, go and find the Tuff a much more reliable way. No need to get super desperate. Potpourri is not remotely set up. Quick bin check for everybody. With some of these flips, Poliwag could just win the game here. If you're just gonna hit 40 all the time with your DCE. Holding a Shaman could just throw that right in the face of this Eek. ER hits the Jigglypuff. It's just a recycle though, so it goes to hand. And then Shamaning to send that recycle into the deck. Well, goodbye recycle energy. That's one way to do it. You can ER recycle energy, but what if you also put it back into the deck? So both sides will Shaman to 4.
It's like, I don't know what my cards do.
Ooh, double Oak hand from Potpourri. You hate to see that. Oaking away an Oak does happen. You try to avoid it. Just gonna go for the double slap. Baby rule first. It's a Tails. Ooh, Dark Golbat ripped off the top. That's probably gonna knock things out here. Yep. 2 Crobats. I think Puff only needs 1 more prize now. Another mid-turn prize. That's the 3rd time that's happened, I believe. And then to do the wave knockouts, I'm almost positive there's only 1 prize needed now for Tuff. And an Eek. So, if you're Potpourri, you have no energy on board. Your focus bands have been completely negated thanks to Dark Golbat and Dark Crobat. Tyrogue's gonna just be a hero here. Baby rule first. That's good. Are we gonna see this again? Oh my god. That's unreal. Someone's gotta clip that. Tyrogue Smash Punch takes out another baby. Specifically, another Cleffa. 2 prizes left for Potpourri. Now, Tyrogue is walled by these Dark Crobats. They have a fighting resistance, so... notable. And I don't believe there's a Psychic attacker in this Potpourri list, so it doesn't cover everything. Devo Spray for Dark Crobat. And there's also a Golbat in hand, so that's 30 damage if you find a Zubat. And also... no, there's space on the bench with the Cleffa knockout, so just gotta find the Zubat, and you've got the damage to seal the game. This Tyrogue is unstoppable. Computer search, throwing away an Oak and a Water Energy makes sense if you're gonna Oak anyway. Oak was a dead card there. What do you go get here, though, to start taking more prizes? Ideally, you find a way to take out the Dark Golbat. That's going to be kind of hard to do. DCE off of that comp search? I also don't think this Potpourri deck has any grass energy, so it's not like you're going to Swords Dance your way into this KO with Scyther. ER hits Recycle again, DCE onto Scyther, and Oak. From no hand to full hand, this needs to be a good 7. More babies. Is that an Elekid? That could do something. If you're feeling really, really lucky, you can baby stall and just hit heads with Elekid. Another Comp Surge, those two Clefas probably not great here. And a pass. So it feels like there's Recycle for turn to Tough, still has 1 energy on it. Feels like it's just a matter of time until Tough can seal the game. I don't think there's any downside to marking the damage with Crobat early on the Tyrogue if you're going to take a Bats KO for the final prize. Everybody's been checking. Full hand needs a game plan here, though. It's going to be a comp search, chucking 2 Clefas into the bin. Who do you go grab? All the attackers left in the deck are the Tadpole line. Almost said Frog line, but let's not get ahead of ourselves there. ER hits Recycle again. Scyther comes up. Poliwag hits the bench. Attach return to Scyther, so we could see a big plunge, and by that point, Poliwrath does have a good enough of an attack and Water Punch to take out that Golbat if it can get gusted. I would have saved the comp search maybe, but... Alright, so slash to 1 Crobat. It's got 30 on it. Another Crobat's going to come on in. Is there a Poliwhirl in hand yet? Doesn't look like it. The Poliwrath is in hand. So close to being able to come active in Water Punch. Dealing 40 to 60 currently based on the board. Of course, 1 attach away. Can't pull it off the Tyrogue. DCE found for Tough. Clefairy hits the bench. Gonna bring Tough in. Oh, there was a Strength Charm on it, right? Okay, didn't need the bats. And that'll do it, so that's the last prize. Didn't see the Strength Charm underneath it, or I forgot about it, so... Very back and forth, fun game. For more WotC-20, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.
Why the 11 was? I was just curious. Do you play Buster? No.